May the blessings of the Triple Gem be upon you all, friends in the Dhamma. At this time, I'm going to just offer you a brief explanations about the Abhidhamma philosophy. The Buddha's teaching is basically divided into three sections, three parts. As the Vinaya, the disciplinary codes and rules for Buddhist monks, the Sutta explanations delivered by the Buddha to different monks or different persons in different situations. The third one is the Abhidhamma explanations, where we can see and find very deep and precise explanations about the Dhamma factors. What is the reasons for the Buddha to deliver these types of three different Dhamma teachings to the community or the followers or disciples of the Buddha? Basically, regarding the Vinaya, we need to just keep our body and speech in righteous way. And there should be some guidelines to follow. And this keeping our bodily actions and speech and verbal actions in righteous way under our control, not allowing to just do whatever these unwholesome things order, that is where we find sila or moral conditions, morality. This morality will surely help us to develop the mentality. That is called concentration, mentality, mind development. So Sutta explanations very much speaks about these two practices, moral conditions and concentration. Mostly the Vinaya sections, Vinaya Pitaka, speaks about the monks, Buddhist monks, deep and precise moral conduct. Then the Sutra Pitaka sometimes speaks about the Vinaya or disciplinary codes and rules about monks. Especially, the sutras are explaining and describing us how to keep our day-to-day practice going and how to develop our mentality or the mind or concentration, and the way how to get away from the unwholesome things and how to develop the wholesome practices. For these two different teachings, the Buddha has used the conventional language, where we can find the worldly letters, worldly matters, worldly terms and words. We are members of the world. We are living with others. Therefore, this worldly language is very useful for all of us to just live a very cordial and peaceful life. In that sense, we can find a kind of truth, kind of reality. But this reality, though we have been in it, have not brought us a good peace and pleasure and happiness. Real peace is not there. Instead, we have been bound and stuck there. So the Buddha encouraged his disciples to practice the mind or concentration, and also encouraged his disciples to practice insight meditation. Insight meditation is the ground and basis from where you can understand the reality, what these human beings are. In this human body, in this human mind, what does appear? What does consist of? So, in order to understand these subtle phenomena, subtle elements of this life, Abhidhamma is very useful, very important. And also it is important for every one of you as beginners to understand the meaning of this word Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma philosophy. Abhidhamma is that teaching, the supreme teaching, excellent teaching, higher teaching, or greater teaching, you can say. Abhidhamma is a great teaching, the highest teaching. Then there arises a question. Due to what reason this Dhamma, this Abhidhamma is regarded as a highest teaching, supreme teaching? Because it is called a higher teaching, a supreme teaching. The Abhidhamma consists of an microscopic analytical mode, microscopic analytical method by which we can analyze the world. The Abhidhamma philosophy encourages us to analyze things where the worldly things, what we have been using so far. In the world, we see man, woman, trees, mountain, animals, etc. These are the words, these are the things that we find, see and hear every day. So we tend to believe these are as real. Animals are there. We believe, accept as real. Mountains are there. That is true. We accept it is as real. So men, women are there. Girls and boys are there. We just from the worldly point of view accept those things as real. But from the Abhidhamma point of view, we are deluded in those things. We are completely deluded. We are deceived. That is why we have accepted these things, worldly things, as real. So the Abhidhamma philosophy describes to us to analyze these worldly matters, worldly truths into pieces. So therefore, this Abhidhamma teaching is superior teaching, and also Abhidhamma teaching, Abhidhamma philosophy is the highest teaching, and it is very beneficial for every one of us to get rid of the unreal truths which are existing and accepted in the worldly level. We can't get out of this world. Why? Because by words, by actions, by concepts, we are strongly attached to this world. Therefore, we can't get rid of it. We can't get away from that. We cannot abandon that world. So over and over again, we are born and we suffer and we die. So we are under these three things. This is not the real happiness. This is not the real truth. This is not the real peace of any one of us. Understanding these miserable worldly things, we should follow a Dhamma in order to make an end to this cycle of birth, that is suffering. So the Buddha's, this Abhidhamma teaching, Abhidhamma philosophy teaches us, encourages us, and also asks us to just practice this analytical method, analytical system, and by that way analyze. Means divide these worldly things, worldly matter into small pieces, small parts. If you have learned Abhidhamma philosophy, the better and clearer you will be able to divide these worldly matters into pieces where you do not find these animals, beings and everything. Ultimately you find kind of truths, supreme truths are there. It is hidden. That truth is called ultimate reality, ultimate truth. We are living in a world but not with the real truth. We are deluded. When we find and realize the real truth, the ultimate truths, then and there we will be able to get away from this world and attain the final bliss of Nibbana. That is the Abhidhamma. I think this much of teaching would be enough for you. Just operate your thinking mind. Consider these matters and listen to this. Activate your mind, activate your thinking mind, and also try to understand these two different things. We will see you in the next Dhamma lesson. Thank you very much.